I definitely see signs of hope now that, we have Audionals that are starting to kind of bring back a culture of actually doing things that, it feels like I definitely see signs of hope now that, we have Audionals that are starting. I definitely see signs of hope now that, we have Audionals that are starting. I definitely see signs of hope now that, we have Audionals that are starting. I definitely see signs of hope now that, we have Audionals that are starting. I definitely see signs of hope now that, we have Audionals that are starting. I definitely see signs of hope now that, we have Audionals that are starting. I definitely see signs of hope now that, we have Audionals that are starting. I definitely see signs of hope now that, we have Audionals that are starting. I definitely see signs of hope now that, we have Audionals that are signs of hope now that, we have
Well, there you go. That was a little mix played from the Audional sequencer, which is a little piece of technology that's recycling audio from the Bitcoin blockchain. Welcome back to the Audionals show. It's a show dedicated to music in Web3, born out of really the birth of Audionals and the birth of the world's hardest data storage solution, the Bitcoin blockchain. And I've been innovating in this space for 10 years now, really. So it's really exciting to be kind of at the forefront of what's going on now on the best chain, the chain to rule them all, the chain that everything was kind of supposed to be anchored to, in my opinion, for I'd probably say half a decade. I've had that opinion since I understood Bitcoin enough. So yeah, here we are. So yeah, this show is dedicated to music, on chain, dedicated to finding lots of solutions for future musicians, reshaping the musical landscape, innovating in order to put the creator back at the center of the economy that they create, where they should be. But I've got some, I have usually play some songs from the chain, some songs that were inscribed as data, as audio data on the Bitcoin blockchain, all of about a year ago when it was affordable to do such a thing. So I'm just going to play a few bits that I haven't played in a little while, and then do a little more chatting about my thoughts on what's coming up technologically in this space.
Half down, straight shadow, 4 forward, drift into the right a little, down a half, 30 seconds forward, just, ready? Contact light. Okay, engine stop. Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
I'm going to step off the limb now. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
So it's not all music on there. There's some true historical audio artifacts on there as well, but it's become very expensive to do this, which is why recursion is kind of the way forwards for us to start to utilize this amazing technology to its fullest. And one of those things is recursion. There's been some interesting recursive audio projects out this week, one of them using piano samples, which I believe they were samples that were inscribed a long time ago. Around 150,000 off the top of my head. There's every note on a piano, short and sustained, 2 versions of each note. Really great idea. I think I built an early version of the synth where I utilised those notes to be able to play the piano. So it's really nice to see more people kind of delving in to see what's possible with audio in this emerging space. Something that I'm really excited to talk about. Can't say too much about it right now because it's not really ready to show, but hopefully next week there'll be a bigger announcement. But I've been working on something very exciting. I had to sign an NDA and everything. So it's something that, yeah, it's really exciting. It's been a long time in the works. In fact, it's kind of tying in what I've been doing for a few years now into something new, which is just very exciting. It's going to really show off some really interesting new dynamics, and also it's going to show off the, I guess, Audionals 2.0 files. So Audionals, when they first arrived. They're base64 text files. They don't actually show up even when you're doing searches because they're not. They don't appear like audio. They're stored as base64 text. But there's some advantages to that. That you can put the text in a JSON file, surrounded with all sorts of metadata, and make that audio file a bit like a smart audio file. But Audionals 2.0, we're still using the same base64 text encoding for the audio, but that JSON text is now inserted into an HTML file. So the audio file itself now comes with a kind of package around it. It can have visual elements. It can have an image. It could have a moving image. It could even have a digital visualizer representing it visually so that it actually appears like other artworks when you're seeing it, but it holds its audio embedded inside it, which is not only accessible within that individual file, but also something that can be accessed recursively from other applications. And because these Audionals are now placed within executable files themselves, they can come with some pretty finely tuned tools of their own, again embedded in the single file. None of this is recursive internally. We're literally talking about the audio, some processing for playing the audio in certain ways, for making sure that the playback is smooth. It can be looped at speed. All of these things are built in. So this sample now can, just like other samples, can be loaded into the Audional sequencer, but it comes with all of its own functions that help future applications to, well, not have to worry about these things. It's kind of the future of how these things should work. These are smart files that all but mix themselves. You could be writing a project, and instead of having to save a project file that records an index of where all the files go, imagine if every single piece of audio just knew where it went. So when you just loaded a song, all the audio files turn up and they know where they're supposed to be positioned. No one else has to keep tabs on where they all go. It's kind of remarkable what you can do in this kind of new world. So yeah, very excited to show those off, and I think we'll hopefully have a big announcement next week. But again, this just feels like it's opening the doors again to new ways of doing things, new ways of producing music. This is bordering on producing music without actually needing a platform to produce it in. It's quite mind-blowing. So I've got a couple of other things to play here, and then I was going to show you one other little piece of tech I've been working on, which I'm really excited to get going. It's like going to bring Audionals into the mobile world in a much more accessible way than the sequencer does. It's a bit fiddly on mobile, but this is an app that everyone will like to play with it on the bus, on the train, play with it wherever you are, making potential future Web3 on-chain hits just by tapping your fingers. So I'm looking forward to getting some of these updates out there. I've queued up a couple of more bits to listen to from the Bitcoin blockchain, so let's have a listen.
was like, yo, do you know how happy I was for you to see you just shoot up to the top of the Bitcoin conversation? He was like, yo, you literally did the impossible.
We really got to figure out a better way to budget this family's future.
Bitcoin.
What?
I don't know.
It's just a tool, isn't it?
Bitcoin.
There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin mined.
Sound money.
I'm opening doors for all colors, you know what I mean? For all opinions, for all ideologies.
It's an alien life form.
Bitcoin.
This money is 1 million. 1 million. 1 million.
Bitcoin.
You get the bag and fumble it. I get the bag and flip it and tumble it.
This is John McAfee, and you, lucky people, are listening to Guns and Money, Bitcoin Techno.
Not in generations has Wall Street absorbed the number of body blows it took today.
The world has gone mad and the system is broken.
The American financial system is rocked to its foundation as top Wall Street institutions topple under a mountain of debt.
Bailed out by the taxpayers.
It's pretty clear they cannot be trusted.
He said, your problem is that you're trying to understand this as an economic story. Once you look at it as a crime story,
You'll get it.
The Fed is losing control once again. In just a couple of days, the U.S. Federal Reserve has pumped out $125 billion and handed that money over to commercial banks once again. Buy low and sell high.
But my faith and my money help me rise above. But my faith and my money help me rise above. But my faith and my money help me rise above. But my faith and my money help me rise above.
You can't just keep being a tool of the globalist financial elite.
But my faith and my money help me rise above.
You are asking for the biggest bailout in the history of this country.
Rise above.
It led to an age of populism, a deep distrust of Wall Street, and a near meltdown of the global economy.
By the biggest bankruptcy in U.S. history. Everybody figured this out and they could probably get it. Another disaster just waiting around the corner.
Chancellor on brink of second bailout for
Thanks.
Money markets will dry up around the world by the end of the week. ATMs will stop spitting bills. Federal deposit insurance will collapse. Banks will close. Mobs panic. It's going to be the end of the world.
Some out niggas drilling, man. We out here. Lordy. Yeah. I told my Lordy to take a look inside the dark market. Upload the Bitcoin, we call car shopping. Yeah. You wanted me to check out your music page, you not popping. Now gas out like Bernard Hopkins. I got a computer geek white boy, you go to John Hopkins. One Bitcoin worth $8,000. Let's get it. Found the vendor off the tour browser, bought product and flipped it. He just needed a drop addy for where they gonna ship it. It wasn't a scam, he read the forms before he made a decision. Until he ran into his man's Skrilla. Yeah. Told him we can do this shit legally, no need for paraphernalia. Just keep your word, I heard here's somebody that'll kill you. I'm on a Coinbase, looking kinda familiar, like I've been here before. I see the transaction on the blockchain, you gotta spin with your boy. Shoot me the address to the wallet, and I'ma send it tomorrow. Just make me want run up in all black on the horse like Zorro. It'll be best to control the temperature, Pablo. Put a nigga ass in the footy nails, there won't be nobody there to help me. Coinbase layout super easy, there's no way I can fail you. Use the VPN so the boys have no way to trail you. To move at fast pace, I had to control the hash rate. The value of the Bitcoin decreased, it was a bad day. Misogynist acts use bitches' backs as an ashtray. Skate on bitches like Cascade. I'm out. My lordy got a Bitcoin ATM in his living room. All of the cash I had in my pocket, I wanted to give it to him. With the vision I'm vicariously living through. I told my bro it's a way that we can make money even though it's different for him. He got a new job contract, want me to rip it for him. Told me any ideas I had in my mind, go ahead and pitch it to him. My dude's busting the room like, what are you niggas doing? Yo, give me those. I told my lordy to take a look inside the dark market. Upload the Bitcoin, we call car shopping. Yeah. You wanted me to check out your music page, you not popping. Now gas out like Bernard Hopkins. I got a computer geek white boy, you go to John Hopkins. One Bitcoin worth $8,000. Let's get it. Found the vendor off the tour browser, bought product and flipped it. He just needed a drop addy for where they gonna ship it. It wasn't a scam, he read the forms before he made a decision. Until he ran into his man's Skrilla. With the raps and the Bitcoin, we can make 11 million. Get a dose of me, that's how the medicine heal you. Give me those. I'm rock loaded. I'm rock loaded.
You mine it. My goals. The guy who invented it created this program that releases blocks of Bitcoin over time.
Bitcoin. It's ingenious.
Yeah, I'm God certified, but the business is bonds diversified. We up in our percentages. I'm with Skrilla and my dog Vader in Las Vegas, chopping up game with the odds makers. Paid the cost to be the boss, it ain't involved paper. On my own production means, so my margin greater. Income tax dodger / job creator. Truck in the water, pushing lines like Lawrence Taylor. Box stacking like Jenga, I'm a market shaker. Commissaries to field, lawyers on retainer. Can't comprehend these grown kindergarten gangsters. Affiliation chasing niggas bears no relation. The family grown holy, it ain't lonely at the tip top, yeah. I need extra guacamole on my chip. I'm looking for a raise, I'm pulling through the zip. Niggas selling whips a days. Some all-star seasons past the rookie phase. I need half the booking fee before I cook the stage. My rider got to cover cushion, octopus fillets. 10 gauge, knock a squad off board like 10 books in spades, niggas. Yeah.
Hand-to-hand sales on the block, came and went, and now I do it peer-to-peer on the blockchain, getting down. I got my rare squares, never tangled, flip them like bricks, stretch them into rectangles, and build in a basic pattern. Hasbro, it's all held together by the gas, bro. I have a load of these tokens, he's coming up, some in lumps, under 5 others in a pump and dump. What a jerk, you're retarded. I hear it and I laugh as I subvert the market. Rebellion is a given, it should be no shot. Regulated goods shipped to my P.O. box from an anonymous accomplice. We live beyond this, in tunnels of exchanges and quick responses. So Mr. Government, we're coming, you ain't running shit around here, we're shutting you down.
Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on about blockchain.
he somiat un dia més. La llibreta plorant i jo em desperto del revés, sense res a plasmar però forçant-ho. La lletra ha entrat amb sang, trio, tiro una moneda i són les meves inquietuds les que cauen de canto. Són tantes que me n'oblido, que sense tu em buido i no les trobo. Però tocar, pintar, cantar, jugar, estirar i matxacar, sí, a la llarga sé que ningú podrà aturar. Avui escriure és més del que puc demanar, així que em buido el beat i el que surti sortirà, sí. Em buido el beat i el que surti sortirà. Jo. Vaig seguir per on ho he deixat, noves tècniques provaré, forçat, bro, mentre m'escolto rapejar, surti el que surti, per què no, jo ho faré, la base farà la resta, rimes simples, conservant el pes, però no, de res serveix si no hi fots l'ànima, tot i a posteriori prevalent ésser corprès, sense importar el que passarà, paranoia, el petit, no liat com el de l'apur, allò que tingui al meu abast no l'atur, massa inversió en mi i al final tampoc tangible. No, però et dic jo, dic, i si no és que conèixer amb tu, no. Sóc una flor de fusta robusta i m'enredo per allà on em deixen les escletxes d'aquells que pateixen com sóc. Defensar-me i cultivar-me si puc. Les estones que em deixa la inèrcia que et manté poruc. Jo li clavo les dents i entre d'altres que me les fumo, però bueno, algo bo de tant en tant surt. Esport, Joan Six, yeah.
Found another song today which I'm going to play after I've shown you this. A new one, I mean. So it looked like, I haven't actually listened to it, so I don't know what it is, but I saw just over 2 minutes of audio was inscribed recently. It's one of the last inscriptions on there, so I'm going to play that after this. But take a look at this. This is kind of the future of making music more accessible and easier to use. Some people may or may not have seen like a Roland SPD sample pad. It's something drummers use a lot. You load samples into different pads and then you hit them. And you can imagine something like this on an iPad, where you can load samples as you choose. Let me find one for you so I can show you loading one. You can load Audionals samples. Where's one here? Let's load one that Color did. So if I go in here, load. Okay. Pump it! So now I can tap these with my fingers on an iPad or on here, and there's also hotkeys, so you can be a lot quicker and more accurate with your triggering. But now you can load Audionals samples into here. Oh, in fact, you couldn't hear that, could you? Was that turned down? Oh no, you could hear that. Yeah, so you can load the samples into this pad and then start to play live. And actually the recordings that you make from here are very small little text files, so you'll be able to record songs of you playing along. Pump it! So yeah, I'm playing that very poorly right now, but this is also in beta production, so obviously it'll get some design in there. But that's just a little sign of some stuff that's to come. But like I said, hopefully next week I'll really be able to show you Audionals 2.0. You know, these new files won't even need a sample pad like this, because the new files are so clever internally, holding their own audio and instructions for the audio. This is not just metadata, this is actual functions that are contained within the file that contains this audio file, that makes it something that can be played with on its own, but also something that can be so easily integrated into bigger modular on-chain systems and then used to power future on-chain distributed Web3 music, true Web3 music. So yeah, obviously you can tell I'm very excited about this, but it's been a long time coming. But anyway, there's a couple of things I've got queued up here, and then I'm going to wrap it up. But one of them, the last one, is, yeah, like I said, I think it's the last piece of audio I found inscribed on chain. What's this one? That was really rather nice. I haven't listened to that one for a while. That's really chilled. I mean, even with all the reduced bitrate level audio, that was it's really nice that's on chain. So anyway, thanks for coming. I'm gonna finish it off with this one I found today. What number is it? It's 60,341,735. So we're over 60 million. So yeah, gonna leave it with that one, and then yeah, next week hopefully I'll be back with some real update news and maybe some stuff to play with, and maybe even some guests. We'll see. But thanks again for joining, and see you for another round of summarizing what's going on in Web3 music and listening to Web3 music next week. Cheers.
Before I let you go, one question. There is a report that at a business meeting once you pulled out a knife.
I sure damn did.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Why?
Because
Bitcoin.
Oh dear. Because there was a record company.
You were about to say something.
I can't say. There was a record company that stole my albums and didn't pay me. And I said, where's my money? They said, we're not going to give you any money. I said, oh, yes, you are. And I got a gun. It was a gun. It wasn't a knife. and I followed him to a restaurant, and I tried to kill him.
This my booze, my perks, my cardies, my AK, my turf, my posse. My baby never hurt nobody. Still got smoke at baby party. Still got jokes. I maintain calm. My God be in the middle of a man and a monster. Jekyll in the high with the heckle in the ride. When you make a little shine, doing good for a darkie. Getting ass, you an ass or a donkey. Everybody gorillas and wolves and dogs. The wool be off. My eyes the signs of menagerie. Oh, come on. We ain't animals. We ain't no entertainment. These ain't cameras. Little windows to an invisible zoo. They fill us with Ritalin and put the riddle in a queue. Ball and colors all down in the tune. Train them to get them out and put them back where they shoot. Ain't so great, you break displace middle. Passage past the master platinum ain't fiddle. Casual bad, it has the knack to train killers. Give them chicken noodle soup with the soda and the Skittles. Twizzlers make smile pappy. Need two smiles, don't know yo pappy. Me so bomber, fuck your cabbage. We be getting money, eating gummy, keep it nasty. Funky, gladly. Chunky, monkey on my back screen, put him on the ground with a pound, you a savage. Hard to see a queen when you're looking for a bad bitch.
You simple-minded ass bitch that thought you was cute.
Start to get dope, just show love. Love's in a disco, sniff those drugs. Drugs in a zip code, don't grow none of us got a diplo. Oh ma, hustle, living on the run. Why we always move fast? The masters want. Watch Fox News, put a mask on us, we crazy, brains and animals. That man on dust, shoot him. Noodles so they won't grow sons. Gucci full of no drugs. Liquor store, gun store. What? Party over here, it ain't hard for you to see, but it's hard for you to hear. I don't give a fuck long as y'all be aware. And with this, my conscience clear.